Within the expansive realm of YouTube, a space where creativity and entertainment intertwine, there exist channels that captivate millions, leaving viewers inspired and engrossed. However, amidst this vast landscape, there are also instances where certain YouTubers, unable to handle the pressure of fame, succumb to the destructive force of their own egos. Today, we embark on an exploration of the Illuminaughti YouTube Drama, a captivating saga that unveiled the deceitful nature of Illuminaughti and her impact within the platform. But first, some context. Blair, widely recognized as Illuminaughti, initiated her primary YouTube venture in 2015, initially sharing Reddit-style content before transitioning to higher-quality video essays specializing in astute critiques of internet culture. Due to her thought-provoking content, she had attracted a substantial and devoted following, earning acclaim for shedding light on a multitude of social issues. By August 17, 2021, she had carved a niche corner on YouTube, surpassing 1 million subscribers. However, behind the scenes, tensions quietly simmered, and conflicts gradually surfaced within the once closely knit community. Blair, previously known for her untarnished YouTube career, became entangled in disputes with smaller content creators. Her actions escalated when she accused the legal editing team of plagiarism on Twitter. As evidence, she shared screenshots of an email in which a legal editor reached out to the Illuminaughti editing team for help with an editing issue. The controversy revolved around a specific plugin used in Blair's videos. It is important to note that this Premiere Pro plugin is freely available for anyone to use. Despite this, Blair asserted that Legal Eagle had copied her editing style. She highlighted elements such as the use of highlighter effects and page rip edits as examples of alleged copying. Blair's accusations on Twitter generated a significant response and sparked discussions within the community. Many questioned the validity of her claims and criticized her for asserting ownership over editing techniques and plugins that are accessible to all creators. These controversies marked a turning point in Blair's previously unblemished YouTube career. After these events unfolded at 7:35 p.m. on April 20, 2023, Blair found herself at the center of plagiarism allegations brought forth by a YouTuber named H-Bomb. In a public statement, H-Bomb emphasized that the issues Blair had raised did not meet the criteria for plagiarism. Furthermore, H-Bomb revealed that Blair had previously committed plagiarism in one of her earlier videos, thus exposing the contradictory nature of Blair's behavior. The video in question.
Professor Hugh Freudenberg.
Professor Freudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Freudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse and misprescribing of controlled drugs.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse of prescribing controlled drugs.
On April 21, 2023 at 6:43 a.m., Legal Eagle took to Twitter to respond to the incident, sharing their perspective through a series of tweets. Legal Eagle goes on to tweet, "Hey at Illuminaughti, I think this is a big misunderstanding. Perhaps great minds think alike. No one on my team is trying to copy you. Without an exhaustive review of your channel, I believe we used those two styles before your channel did. We've used them for 3 to 4 years. Plus, the two styles, a pseudo-paper rip and a highlight, are extremely common on YouTube. The editor you're talking about didn't even design either of those two elements. Again, we've used them for 3 to 4 years at this point. Danny is a great and thorough editor. When he reached out via email, he was just hoping to find out what plugin your team used on a particular video, a very common practice among editors. He was not looking to copy anyone's style. Danny is also a freelancer who makes his own videos. In the Discord, the video he referenced was about being inspired by your subject, not your style. He's a fan of yours. The video he was referencing was a video of his own, not a legal eagle video. Here's the end of the Discord chat that Danny provided to me. He was trying to edit a video of his own, using only DaVinci Resolve. He was just looking for some technical help. And then thanked everyone anyway. YouTube is great because it's collaborative, and the rising tide raises all ships. My team and I always try to provide original, high-quality, informative content. We try to help others when they ask for it. There aren't really any trade secrets around here. I didn't know that Danny reached out to you, but I don't fault him for doing so. If anything, I think everyone on the platform should be more open and sharing. Anyway, if you feel differently, or want to hash it out, my DMs are open. Sad Milk was a YouTube channel renowned for its collaborative content featuring YouTubers reacting to images, memes, and Reddit posts. As of now, it looks like presently, all the members, including Illuminaughtii, Oz Media, Damian Lee, Wonderstruck Guy, and other past members, have moved on to pursue other projects. Days after Legal Eagle's series of tweets concerning Blair's plagiarism claims, a significant number of former Sad Milk members made public statements and videos concerning Blair's toxic behavior. These members, expressing their grievances, revealed that Blair held a position of prominence within the group and that they felt intimidated to confront her. The initial statement was made by The Click, a former member of Sad Milk, in a 16-tweet thread posted on April 23, 2023, at 9:10 p.m. The thread detailed numerous issues he and other channel members had with Blair. It further elaborated that behind the scenes, Blair exhibited highly erratic behavior which she used to excuse her malice actions. The Click explains in tweet 3 of the 16-tweet thread, an incident where Sad Milk members sat down for a meeting that eventually devolved into Blair screaming at The Click for an array of random things, including calling The Click a bad friend, who was lazy, and throwing a bunch of random accusations that didn't really have anything to do with him. Supposedly this carried on for a half hour. But The Click wasn't the only one targeted. The Click explains in tweet 5 of the thread, Illuminaughtii would go under the pseudonym Dubishmerz, and would spread lies and half-truths on the Sad Milk Reddit and Twitter page about The Click and former members who had by then already left the Sad Milk channel. The Click explains in tweet 6 of the thread how Illuminaughtii would then turn friends against him and other members, teaming up with problematic figures in the Sad Milk community, who she knew didn't like The Click, just to have allies against him and the other members. On May 2, 2023, The Click uploaded a video titled Illuminaughtii and Sad Milk, which exposed the extensive lies and hypocrisy of Blair behind the scenes at the Sad Milk channel. The 33-minute video provided a detailed account of Blair's true nature. In the video, it was revealed that Blair had paid former staff members to dig up dirt on The Click, specifically searching for decade-old clips where he used profanity. The intention behind this was to create a smear campaign against him, exploiting the footage of a young Click using the F word and the R word. Blair's smear campaign escalated through indirect means, as she rarely made accusations directly. Instead, she relied on others to speak on her behalf, hyping up impressionable fans or associates to expose The Click. Additionally, Blair engaged in vague posting on Twitter, spreading misinformation and making baseless allegations. Over time, evidence surfaced that the same talking points and ideas presented in Blair's apology video were the very ones she had been covertly spreading for a significant period of time. As part of her attempt to tarnish The Click's reputation, Blair would manipulate the narrative of certain events, often portraying him or others as the antagonists. One such event, referred to as the Discord situation, was highlighted by The Click. During the unfolding events, a predatory individual managed to infiltrate The Click's Discord community. However, Blair's account of the situation falsely asserted that The Click and his team failed to take any action against this individual. She claimed they deliberately chose to enable the predator by neglecting to address the issue, effectively allowing them to freely engage in their harmful behavior without any intervention or resolution. It is important to shed light on significant details conveniently omitted in the accusations against The Click. Firstly, it is crucial to note that the incident in question occurred while The Click was asleep, around 2 a.m. in his time zone. By the time he woke up, the individual involved had already been banned from the server at 2:14 a.m. It is also worth considering the context that the server in question boasts a large number of members, and Discord as a platform faces challenges related to exploitation, and that this is an issue that extends beyond the Click's server and requires a collective effort to control. Upon waking up, the Click discovered a state of chaos among his Discord staff, seemingly instigated by Blair's instruction to her crossover staff to leave his server. This resulted in heated arguments and a remonstrance between staff members. Contrary to the allegations, he took proactive measures to reach out and resolve the issue, which is evident from the provided DMs that he provided in his response. Now turning to the matter of inappropriate artwork shared by a staff member, it is essential to clarify that this incident occurred 5 weeks prior and was appropriately addressed at the time. It is important to acknowledge that occasional instances of misconduct may arise, and swift action is taken to remove individuals involved in such behavior. The Click engaged in discussions with Illuminaughti about this matter and addressed the out-of-context screenshots shared in Blair's video. As a result, a new rule was established to ensure that mod chat adheres to the same standards as the rest of the server. The individuals involved acknowledged their wrongdoing and took responsibility. It appears that this situation escalated in an attempt to exert more control over the Click's Discord and community. However, determining whether it was intentional or a result of ongoing conflict escalation remains challenging. After the Click's confession, Wonderstruck, another member of Sad Milk, corroborated the Click's claims of Blair's abusive behavior in a tweet longer mixed with a 1 hour and 20 minutes video titled My Response to Illuminaughti Exposed, featuring Oz Media. The account shared by Wonderstruck provides a detailed and personal narrative of their experience within the Sad Milk community and their interactions with Blair. Wonderstruck expressed regret for participating in a negative echo chamber after the split of Sad Milk, where Blair allegedly made everything about herself and disregarded direction. According to Wonderstruck, he used to edit for Sad Milk and dedicated a significant amount of time and effort to the channel. Wonderstruck created drafts, provided editor tutorials for new hires, and even missed Christmas with their family to fix mistakes made by another editor that Blair had hired. However, Wonderstruck claimed they didn't receive appreciation or timely payment for their work. In contrast, Blair allegedly delayed payments to editors while indulging in expensive purchases like clothes, visits to BMW dealerships, and extravagant meals. The narrative goes on to mention the constant emergence of a new villain of the week within Sad Milk, where individuals who were once seen as normal suddenly became painted as hidden monsters through Blair's influence. Wonderstruck dismisses the notion that Sad Milk split due to creative differences, instead claiming that a heated phone call took place between Blair and other members, where Blair allegedly screamed, cursed, and had a meltdown. According to Wonderstruck, Sad Milk was initially meant to be a fun group project that had become profitable. However, as Blair took control, the content shifted from creative topics aligned with the Reddit community they covered individually to uninspiring view content. Blair allegedly disregarded suggestions on how the videos should be made, resulting in a combination of loud music, childish sprites, and adult humor that Wonderstruck found embarrassing. They recall how their friends and they would watch Sad Milk not for its content, but to laugh at how poorly it had evolved. This led Wonderstruck to stop editing since their quality work was being associated with the declining standards. The narrative continues with Wonderstruck asserting that Blair didn't care about anyone else's input and saw anyone who tried to take control as a threat. After Click, OT, and Salty left, Wonderstruck claims to have taken on the majority of the workload, performing numerous tasks such as creating schedules and motivating Blair during her mental breakdowns. However, they assert that their efforts were met with indifference and a lack of engagement from Blair and the remaining team members. Wonderstruck goes on to mention Blair's alleged obsession with monitoring Click and OT's social media statistics, and her attempts to silence critics by involving her lawyers. They claim that Blair's actions were a hindrance to getting any work done, and they recount numerous failed attempts to collaborate and hold meetings. As a result, Wonderstruck felt isolated and ultimately became a target of insults and exclusion within the community. The narrative takes a personal turn as Wonderstruck describes their decision to move states in an attempt to improve their life. However, they claim that their time spent living with Blair was a nightmare. They describe Blair's messy home, her constant subtweets about them, and her refusal to acknowledge their attempts at friendship. They also mention instances where they were reminded of their contractual obligations when they dared to respond to Blair's behavior. Following advice from their therapist, Wonderstruck made the difficult decision to leave Blair's home. They allude to legal complications preventing them from disclosing further details, but explain that they ended up with no car, limited belongings, no home, and very little money. With the need to work full-time to secure basic necessities, they had no time to focus on their own YouTube channel, which eventually died out. Wonderstruck shares the emotional impact of losing everything due to their association with Blair and highlights the symbolic gesture of Blair discarding their YouTube play button. Following these events, Blair released a video titled Illuminaughtii Exposed, which raised several concerns about her apology. Blair's apology was deeply flawed and failed to resonate with her audience for several reasons. Firstly, instead of taking full responsibility for her actions, she attempted to shift blame onto others and downplayed the seriousness of the issues raised, leaving her audience doubtful of her intentions. Secondly, her selective disclosure of private apologies, coupled with her self-victimization and lack of genuine remorse, further undermined the credibility of her apology. Furthermore, Blair's toxic behavior within the Sad Milk community, as revealed by former members, like The Click and Wonderstruck, painted a distressing picture of her character. Engaging in smear campaigns and creating a negative atmosphere demonstrated a lack of empathy and genuine remorse. Blair's decision to shamelessly exploit Wonderstruck's mental health struggles was deeply disturbing and morally deplorable. By using Wonderstruck's suicide note, such a sensitive and personal document, Blair would try to manipulate the situation. This act shattered the image many had of her and caused significant harm to those involved. This action further undermined the credibility of her apology, leaving no room for redemption in the eyes of many. But in conclusion, the Illuminaughtii YouTube drama serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the potential consequences of unchecked ego and the importance of maintaining ethical conduct within the YouTube community. It highlights the need for open communication, accountability, and a supportive environment where creativity can thrive without harm to others. Ultimately, this saga reminds us of the complex dynamics and challenges present in the world of YouTube, and the responsibility of content creators to uphold integrity and respect. Thank you for your time.